right.
Okay, so it's time.
It'll be okay. Volume, channel. Easy.
Your doctor has recommended that you undergo a balloon angioplasty with a stent implant. But what does that actually mean? The heart is located in the center of the chest. Its job is to keep blood continually circulating throughout the body. The blood vessels that supply the body with oxygen-rich blood are called arteries. The arteries that supply blood to the heart muscle itself are called coronary arteries. Sometimes these blood vessels can narrow or become blocked by plaque deposits, restricting normal blood flow. In simple terms, a balloon angioplasty with stent insertion is a procedure used to increase the amount of blood flowing through the coronary artery. During a balloon angioplasty, a heart specialist will insert a thin tube into the artery in your arm or leg and gently guide it towards the problem area in your heart. Once the tube is in place, a small balloon is briefly inflated in order to widen the narrowed artery. A short length of mesh tubing, called a stent, is then inserted into the newly widened artery. During and after the procedure, your doctor will take x-rays in order to monitor your progress. Then the doctor will make a small cut over the femoral artery in the upper part of the leg. A special needle is then inserted into the artery itself. Then a guide wire is carefully passed through the needle and gently pushed into the artery and upwards towards your chest. A narrow tube, called a catheter, is threaded along the wire until it too has reached the coronary artery. Next, the doctor uses the catheter to inject a harmless dye into the artery itself. The dye shows up on a TV monitor and is used to pinpoint the exact location of the blocked area. Once the restricted area has been identified, a thin wire is inserted into the catheter and is guided all the way to the blocked area and then slightly beyond. This wire acts as a guide for the balloon catheter. It allows your doctor to position the deflated balloon precisely in the middle of the narrowest part of the coronary artery. The balloon is briefly inflated. As it expands, it squeezes the plaque deposits against the wall of the artery. It also stretches the artery wall and enlarges the channel through which blood flows. Your doctor will continue to inflate and deflate the balloon until normal blood flow has been restored. The balloon catheter is then withdrawn, and another balloon catheter is inserted.
Is this making it worse?
This balloon has the mesh stent tube wrapped around it. Once this tube has been placed in the center of the now widened area of the artery, the balloon is briefly inflated. The stent expands until it hugs the walls of the artery. Finally, after a thorough investigation of the region, the catheter and guide wire are withdrawn. And the stent remains permanently to provide support to the artery and to resist the buildup of plaque. The dye that had been injected will break up and leave your body as waste. Slight pressure is applied to the incision in your leg in order to prevent bleeding.
Holy shit. So, and we'll do this thing.
To ask her for life, and you're in charge of your health.
We shall hope for the best there. So, all the good wishes. Thank you so much. But I'm freaking terrified. Good evening to the UK. But my father went through the same thing. Well, hopefully I got this. Anyway, I just want to keep you guys up to date. We are this part of the procedure, and we shall see what's going to do. We may not see eye to eye on every issue, but I'm sure we are on the same page on this one. Thank you, man. I certainly appreciate that. Well, thank you, Big Steam. We'll use your $10 for some new equipment. You'll be jogging in no time. Oh, boy. I just came over here for, last night I forgot to give me some pills to go home, and here we are with this bull.
And it was so gorgeous out.
So anyway, folks, not to belabor this point, I hope to see you guys again in several hours. Groggy, but still creating content. And I definitely appreciate, need, want, and accept your prayers. May God bless you all. So, that's my 2 cents. Thanks for tuning in. And get skinny. I'm just reading the stuff you guys are saying. It's all very, very wonderful. Thank you so much. Hey, what's up, Henry Cruz? Thank you, guys. Mr. Johnson, Hector, Longer? So many of you, Jeff Hayes, Jim. All you folks. Appreciate you all. Okay. So long anymore. Let me get the hell out of here and watch this stall go down. See you in a bit.